Hello, this is Jane Goodall. I'd really love to be with you for this conference. I've always loved horses. When I was growing up, we couldn't afford a horse or riding lessons, but I learned by working at a riding stables, cleaning tack and mucking out, and in return, I was given free rides. So I learned to ride a horse, to jump a horse, and have fun just being out there on the horse in the country. The evolution of the horse has been a subject of intense interest to paleontologists for years because there's not only a fairly complete fossil record, but they appear frequently in Paleolithic cave art. At that time, it's assumed that they were animals hunted for food. It seems that all horses and ponies living today originated from the tarpan, Equus ferus, also known as the Eurasian wild horse, which is now extinct. Even more fascinating is the fact that all the horses and ponies today belong to one single species, Equus ferus caballus, except, it seems, Przewalski's horse, the wild horse of Mongolia, once extinct in the wild, but now, having been extensively bred in captivity, it's being released in appropriate places in China. The jury seems to be out as to when horses were first domesticated, but it's certain that it happened a very, very long time ago. Today, the members of Equus ferus caballus look so very different. I mean, just think of the thoroughbred racehorse and compare it with the large, sturdy shire horse used to plough the fields and once used in war when they had to carry knights in armour. And then think of the little Shetland pony. But then, of course, there are even more striking differences between the various breeds of dogs, and they're all the same species and they're all descended from the wolf. For me, the most fascinating of the horses are the feral horses and ponies, domesticated animals who escaped or who were let loose around the world as people travelled and explored, and they learned to live in the wild. Examples are the Mustang of America, the Brumby of Australia, and the Konik of Poland, and then the Exmoor and Dartmoor ponies of the UK, and so many more. They've adapted to living in so many different environments and climates. I've spent a good deal of time on the Serengeti in Tanzania watching Burchell zebra. Zebras, along with the wild ass and donkeys, are equids, members of the same genus as horses and ponies. The zebras are organized into family groups. They comprise one stallion and his mares and young ones. The young males will get driven out when they're somewhere between 1 and 2 years old. The fights between the stallions when a younger male challenges a harem male are fierce and often lead to bad injuries. During the annual migration across the Serengeti, these family groups gather in large herds, and their braying calls can be heard above the lowing of the wildebeest. From the few studies that have been made of feral horses and ponies, it seems that they tend to adopt the same kind of social structure as the zebras, but not much is known. Isn't it strange that despite our human love of horses and ponies, so few studies have been made of the behavior of these feral horses? So I'm truly delighted that my friend Tetsuro Matsuzawa is introducing the discipline of equinology. He's well qualified to do so, having studied the behavior of wild horses in the Sierra Daga, or Daja, I'm not sure, anyway, in Portugal for 10 years. And in parallel, he's been studying the senses and intelligence of horses in the lab. This gathering, this conference of those interested in equine behavior is a wonderful way of sharing information and making plans for further studies. I'm sure it will be a fantastic conference, and I wish you a wonderful time. I look forward to hearing the results. Bye.